Well, it's another time for us to also look at trending stories, or like my colleague will say, is trending o'clock. And my name is Michael Gobadia. I'm standing in for our usual and known Mercy Arabo as she tried to trend along. But, well, you know, on trending, someone just can't do it all alone. And hence, I have my colleague also. I'm talking about no other person but Nkechi Tejiri. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael.
Well, anyway, we'll be trending today on major trending stories that is taking center stage on social media. And one that we'll be starting off first with is something that seems also to be happening around this time. And that's the issue of malaria and typhoid. But it's getting a different twist on our very first story. And this is coming from no other person but Cubana chief priest, as he claims to have treated malaria and typhoid with 700,000 naira. Hey. Well, anyway.
This is huge.
Huge. Just like his, the figure is as huge as he is. And hence, the story is, like he claimed, he went to a certain hospital in Lagos, and at the long run, he was treated on malaria and typhoid for 700K. And he's coming to ask, how come treatments of basic ailments or sickness, as we know it, is now that very expensive? But the question is, have we gotten to this stage that treating just malaria and typhoid is close to 1 million naira? Nkechi?
Wow. Well, when I saw this story, I was overwhelmed.
Okay.
By the outrageous amount he
Outrageous.
paid. You know, while we understand that drugs in Nigeria are not cheap.
Yeah. Anymore.
Especially, they're not cheap anymore. I mean, it keeps rising. There's a rising surge going on every day, and it's even worse when you go for the branded drugs. Those are the very expensive ones. But then again, I understand that being the person he is, Cubana chief priest, right? You know, like you said, as big as he is, you know, treating such malaria and typhoid. Typhoid drugs, so I understand, they are not cheap as well.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what made it up to that amount of 700,000 naira. Then you might want to also consider the hospital where he went to. I mean, he went to a hospital at Ikoyi. We know how expensive Ikoyi is, you know, so people would want to, you know, people see people and they just bill them
according to their
sizes. Thank you. So I don't want to believe that the hospital will go out of its way to charge people for more than what it is, you know. But I just feel like the drugs in question, because like there was a certain doctor who attacked this particular report. I'm saying that the drugs that they were given, that he was given, you know, are going to be clashing. So there were some drugs there that were not supposed to have been given to him at that time, you know. So there's a possibility that he was going to come back for more treatment on that. But then again, I want to understand. I don't want to believe that the person who administered those drugs did not know what he was doing, because that would be another huge risk, you know, on the hospital. So yeah, these are really outrageous times, and outrageous things are happening. So I don't get it. It's just too much.
It's really on the high side. And but the question is, we know many pharmaceutical companies have left the shores of Nigeria, like GSK and a whole lot of them. And because of that, drugs have now become very expensive. But the truth is, 700,000 in treating just malaria and typhoid. Cubana chief priest, I will beg you. At the back of my compound, a woman sells agbo. If it's too expensive for you, come.
Oh my goodness.
Does sell agbo, and it's not too expensive. With 2,000 naira, you might have get it done, and no need of complaining.
But I don't even know why he's complaining. But you paid the money. Didn't you pay the money? You would have said, as well said, these drugs, I mean, the money is too much. I won't pay. I will go to another hospital. But you paid the money. But you paid the money and you came out and you were still complaining. But then I can understand, you know, raising the alarm, because the common Nigerian cannot afford this kind of drug. That also tells us how much the deterioration in the healthcare sector is, because now people cannot afford basic drugs. Just imagine malaria drugs that you just go to any pharmacy and just take for 200, 500 naira. You see it for 2,000, 5,000, and the likes of it. It's really something that needs serious attention.
Now, talking about serious attention, is it not even better that you take the needed drug, the right one, rather than take copycats? And at the end, you go back there treating. I've seen many persons that have treated malaria and typhoid close to 5 times before they got any effective treatment. So it goes to show you that some of these drugs are either copycats, they are not the required ones, they are being imported, perceived, ideally from China or India, and hence the potency of that drugs are bad. But if you can get yourself treated and treated well with 700K, well, my brother, now you get the money, it's not us. But I've advised you, come over, I'll introduce you to Mama Sikira. But anyway, that's our very first story. The second story is more like also complaining. It looks as if we will be hearing so much complaint on the show.
So much complaints in the country.
The second one is no other but our very own. And we're talking about Queen of Afrobeat. And we're talking about...
But she said she's not the queen of Afrobeat.
Okay, well anyway, I'll still call her a queen. And we're talking of no other person but that lady that is saying one day, somebody's son will love her one day. And we're talking about T.Y. Savage. Well, remember she came out recently to say that, well, it was not a nice relationship he was into with a certain celeb. And it looks as if just Nigerians now, they went further to dig.
God, we know how to dig.
They went down deep. But unfortunately or unfortunately, they brought out a fine boy to be one of the persons they digged out. And that fine boy they brought out is Wizkid. But T.Y. Savage has come out to say, sorry, she was never in any relationship with Wizkid. Undermining, I saw that video of Wizkid that both of them did a music video, and the touch undermining it was video, it was looking so real. So,
it was from there people started drawing conclusions that these two are... There's something going on, you understand? It was very sensational, you understand?
I had so many talking to convince people that it was not true. Undermining, I was not related to any of them. But T.Y. Savage is coming out to say, guys, please do not relate me and Wizkid. We had nothing. We're just colleagues, friends that ended up touching. Friends that people are just talking about.
Yeah, it's very important that she comes out to clear the air. I mean, if it's not Wizkid, it's not Wizkid. Undermining the fact that they both have a very close relationship. And she said, I love Wizkid. I mean, Wizkid is far younger than her in the first place. I mean, I don't think Tiwa would
last time I said I love somebody, I ended up marrying the person.
Oh, come on now, Mr. Michael. Come on. It's the platonic love.
Okay, thank you for such
very platonic. So it's no strings attached. And I love the fact that she actually came out to clarify that, you know. Like I was saying, Wizkid is far younger than her. I don't expect Tiwa to go that low. Yes, they are both celebrities. What is it?
I need water. Don't even continue. I'll drink after the show.
Wizkid is far younger than Tiwa.
Yeah, we know.
Would you expect that they would be?
But we know love is blind. We know love doesn't have any age barrier. We know Wizkid is a fine boy. We know, and we know T.Y. Savage is still single and searching.
Tiwa, I know. She has a very high class taste.
So. And Wizkid is high class too.
Wizkid is high class, no doubt. But I mean, she's like a younger brother to him, I would say. I'll put it that way. So yeah, coming out to clear the air and debunk the rumors, I think that's a good step. And people should, I mean, let's just.
But I'm not still convinced.
You're not still convinced?
No, I'm not still.
Okay, so apart from the video that, you know, that Wizkid featured her and they were very sensational in the video, which other video would you say?
Well, apart from that, we do know that both of them are very close, and sometimes she takes advice from Wizkid, especially as it concerns some of her albums, and Wizkid also do the same.
That's why I said you're good friends.
And sometimes the weather can be cold, but all the same, we know how very good of a friend they are.
I will not accept that. I will not. Please leave my Tiwa alone.
Okay, but
I will not accept that.
Please give us further breakdown and clarification.
If she doesn't want to give who that celebrity is, let her be. Okay. Well, when she's ready, probably she will do it.
Like Nkechi said, yes. But
please leave Tiwa for me.
Try not to use another fine boy on that kind of video. I will never raise up more speculation. Well, anyway, that's
awesome.
why, but we just wish you nothing but the best, as we know you are still single and searching.
We are hoping that somebody's son will find her one day eventually.
Yeah, Whiskey is somebody's son. But anyway...
Can you just imagine?
We're going to leave TY and Whiskey to to deal with the issues. We'll now go to our very last story for the day. And this is quite not a funny one. It's a very serious one, considering the fact that it also has raised up that very dust of examination malpractice that seems to have a fair-rooted ground in Nigeria. I'll call for that video. They will fully explain what it is. It is somebody writing an exam for a perceived commissioner of a state. Let's watch this video and we'll come back and talk around it.
Livet Felix.
Your name is what?
Livet.
Livet Felix. Okay. So why are you here?
I'm here to write an ICANN exam for Sarah.
Can you please speak up? I need you to.
Sarah Adus.
Sarah. Yeah, mention it louder because
Sarah
okay. You are writing for Sarah Adus, right? Okay.
So who is she?
Who is she?
She's an ICANN member.
She's not a member. She's an ICANN student.
Who is she?
So can you please tell me your name, your address, and your phone number?
My name is Livet Felix.
Okay. Yeah.
It says Grace Junior. Bypass Grace Junior.
Grace Junior.
Yes, sir.
Bypass. Okay. What's your phone number? Can you please?
08033629327.
Okay.
And please, you've not answered the other question. Who
Is this?
sent you to write these exams? Who directed you? The honor of this something. What did you say is the name? Sarah.
Sarah.
So who is the Sarah?
Enoch Adi.
Okay, writing for Sarah Adi.
She has mentioned it that she's
Okay,
writing for
that's what I'm
Sarah
saying.
Adi.
Who is the person? Where does the person work?
Where does the person work?
live? We need the identity of the
I
person.
don't really know how the person.
But you told me earlier when we were talking, you said you work, I was trying to confirm your information. You said you work in Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance. So,
Well, it's just more of a sorry tale of how Nigeria has come or descend so low as concerns examination malpractice. Nkechi, I'm really short of words.
This is really disheartening. You know, we have called for a lot of reforms taking place in the Nigerian educational sector, and I actually like the fact that she was caught, because a lot of times these people don't get caught, you know, and some of these invigilators even allow them to write the exams, you know. But then again, it, like you said, it tells or shows the level of deterioration that's going on in the educational sector, where people no longer sit for their exams. They hire mercenaries to write their exams for them, which is a very, very criminal offense. I just hope they get to the bottom of that and make sure they get to who sent her to write that exam and who she was writing that exam for. If it happens to be a lawmaker in this country, that person should be stripped of whatever position he or she occupies.
Well, anyway, it's like just what she said. It's really sad and depressing that we see such happening in the 21st century in a country that we're trying to really clean up, if there's any word like that, especially concerns corruption and examination malpractice. But this is also a pointer to show that sometimes you see somebody as a commissioner, a minister, still using his present work and he's going back to school and getting certificates that, wow, you baffle. Knowing that somebody that is not even engaged as that is finding it difficult, but you now being a commissioner and a minister, you are also going to study and you are coming out with flying colors. Is this not a pointer to show that sometimes it is not them writing these exams, but these people, well, it's really sad.
It's really sad.
And at the end, these persons will now be the ones to either put out the law there and also see how they can enforce it, but rather they are trying to cut corners to get nothing but a certificate.
This is just a clear show of what goes on behind the scene. You know, these are things that we don't get to see. But I want to believe that the government is on this, the Ministry of Education is on this, because we actually have to, if we want to get rid of corruption, we have to start from those in the helms of affairs. We need to start from there. Yes. So I believe that the Ministry of Education is doing something about this, and more measures have been put in place to clamp down on corruption and examination malpractice in our education system.
Well, anyway, that's a very sad one, and I would just hope and I wish, just like my colleague would say, that more needs to be done, especially using that as a case study and in one to deal with such unnecessary malpractice, especially coming from high and well-to-do and should have known better persons rather than what seems to be happening. But Nkechi, on that sad note, as we are still waiting to see whether anything will come out from, because we've seen many of such cases, at the end, they don't sweep it under the carpet anymore. The carpet is now full. They carry it and go and throw it at the backyard. So please, before they throw that one away,
please, let's not throw this one under the carpet. Let us follow this up and make sure that we get to the bottom of this. And if we are talking about fighting examination malpractice, we have to do what we have to. We have to do the needful and make sure that we nip this in the bud. Let it be a foregone issue in our educational system.
And funny enough, it's even a woman that was caught. That shows that what a man can do, a woman can do better. But anyway, on that...
Mr. Michael, you talk this one.
On that very to-do note,
no. This is not where to add that to. This is not where to add. It's not the case of what a man can do, a woman can do better. No. I refuse that.
Anyway, I'm really amazed with strong women that have the mind. Women, we have lost our mind. Writing exam for anybody now, it's really hard.
I say nothing.
Okay, well.
We will meet in the courts. Okay, don't worry.
Well, okay. We'll see in court. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow on another lovely edition of Viewpoints and also on Trending. And be rest assured, the Messenger Rabo will be around to do all of that trending. But I will not go without saying, well, do have yourself a great day. I am Michael Gobadia.
And I am Nkechi Tejere. Bye.